Hey, it's Aaron the Ho, and today we are going to take a closer look at the iOS 8 photo app.
Real usage, real reviews. Mobilereviews-eh.ca.
The photo app has been updated with smart composition and smart edit tools, as well as tighter integration with iCloud. Now, these smart tools, and I'm using smart in quotation marks because the smart labeling makes me a little ragey. They are not new, they're not groundbreaking, they are not innovative. They are all features that have been found in different photo apps, but now Apple's putting them into the default photo app, which I guess is nice. Though I do have to say that the implementation of the smart composition and edit tools is really nice. So we're going to take the next few minutes and we're going to go over the new features, and I'm going to do it while comparing it to the photo app in iOS 7. Now, this white iPhone's got a beta version of iOS 8. This black iPhone has a version of iOS 7. And as an added bonus, you guys are going to be staring at a picture of my dog Monty licking his nose. That's the default picture that I'm going to use for both of the phones. Now again, I did get a little ragey when I was thinking about the smart tools. I will elaborate on that in a bit, and I also will let you know which feature in the photo app in iOS 8 that I will probably use the most. All the options in the photo app in iOS 8 have been kind of shifted around, and the whole layout seems really off. The top left corner seems really lonely without the cancel option in iOS 8. Before we get to the smart composition and edit tools, I will note that the filters haven't really changed. They're exactly the same as iOS 7, but the neat thing about iOS 8 is that Apple has allowed developers to access PhotoKit, which will allow them to create custom filters for you to use inside your photo app. Your smart composition tools can be found by pressing the crop icon, and there's three options. You can rotate your picture by 90 degrees, which is what it was in iOS 7. And then with this kind of awesome dial looking thing, you can do plus minus 45-degree adjustments using the slide compass. I'm a really big fan of this UI feature. Now the icon on the right allows you to select a very specific cropping size. Now I'm not quite sure how useful this is, especially that the only ratio that I know outside of 16:9 and 4:3 is 4:6, which is what the size is for your standard photo prints. Now I'm pretty impressed with the smart edit tools. How you access the smart edit tools using the sliders, that's just something that's really awesome. And I'm pretty sure Apple probably didn't come up with it themselves. They probably took it from some other poor app and they just basically put them out of business with the iOS 8 update. From my perspective, they've basically given you two additional levels of editing your photos. The first level is kind of like the auto enhance. I don't actually think I use the auto enhance ever. I barely noticed it was there, but you push it and it tries to fix your photo. Now the second level allows you to kind of generically edit the color as well as the light, and it uses that slider UI functionality again, but you can select the changes based on the thumbnails, and that's to me, that's a really neat feature. I'm again impressed with that. And if you need to go deeper, you just kind of expand out the options in light and color, and then you can manually adjust your exposure as well as your highlights and your shadows manually. So when you're adjusting for color, you've got contrast and you've got this option called vibrancy. Now vibrancy, from what I can gather, is pretty much color saturation, but color saturation doesn't sound as cool as vibrancy. If this is the first time you're watching one of our videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. We're all about helping you get the most out of iOS. So, iOS news like this blurb here, product reviews, as well as tips and tricks. Now, with our product reviews, this is a Lunatic Seismic. This is a case that we just reviewed recently, and we're actually giving one away. So if you want this case for free, it's about 35 bucks, and it is my most favorite slim protective case. Go find the Lunatic Seismic review video on our channel or in the video annotations at the end, and that video will tell you how to enter into the draw. So out of all these features, I probably will be using the lighting features the most. Specifically, I think the highlights as well as the shadows. For example, the photo that I was staring at, that was kind of a fluke shot that I got of him licking his nose. What I really wanted was the background to be kind of out of focus, but also with his head staring into that background. Now I needed the photo to be properly exposed. I needed the shadows to be properly exposed, and I needed the background to be properly exposed. Now, I had to take a lot of shots, but here is one of the first ones that I took, and you'll notice that Monty's head is incredibly underexposed. Now, I had to kind of change where I was taking the picture. With the smart edit tools, I can adjust the shadows, and then that brings out Monty's head, so you kind of know that there's actually a dog staring into the background. Now, it's actually these manually adjustments through these smart tools that make me a little ragey. Now you might be thinking, Aaron, I don't see why you would be ragey about these smart tools. Here's why. These tools aren't actually smart, they're not intelligent. In fact, they're even not new features. They're features that Apple has kind of taken from other photo apps and implemented in the default photo app, which is nice, I guess, because that is probably the most default photo app everybody uses, but if it was truly a smart tool, then I would be able to take a picture of Monty's head in the background and it would be properly exposed. I wouldn't have to go in and manually change anything on the sliders. It would just happen. That, in my opinion, that would be a smart tool. Okay, but enough ragging about the app. It is nice to have these features in the default photo app in iOS 8. Again, I would use it. I just told you what I would use. I would use the lighting settings, but they shouldn't call them smart. Maybe they should call them creative tools, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. So what do you guys think? What features do you guys want to see in the photo app? I can't really think of anything more that I would need in the photo app or with the camera app. Leave them in the comments section below. I'm Aaron the Ho. I'm one of the hosts at Mobilereviews-eh.ca. If you enjoyed me ranting on the photo app, give me a thumbs up. Give me a share. That would definitely help me in growing this channel. Find us on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. I've recently updated the website, so do check that out as well. Thank you for watching, and happy smart editing.